Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a 2023 Toyota 4Runner 40th Anniversary Edition. First and foremost, I need to give a huge shout out and thank you to Isaac, who owns this 4Runner. He happens to work at the Larry Miller Toyota here in Murray, Utah. So if you're looking for a new Toyota, definitely reach out to Isaac. I'll include a link to their inventory in the description down below so that you can browse what they have currently, and then you can reach out to them so then you can work with Isaac. Again, huge shout out. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. So under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 4-liter V6. It goes through a 5-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 270 horsepower and then 278 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 16 around town and then 19 on the highway. Now let's go with the front end of the 40th Anniversary Edition, and I think that this finished in black is like the perfect color. So anyways, we've got the normal 4Runner hood, and then coming down below we have Toyota's Heritage logo here, and notice how it's kind of finished in bronze coloration, and then of course you guys can see here with the accent coloration, it's all over this 4Runner. It's quite fun. Now you've got the upgraded lights you can get with the 4Runner, and then notice with the fog lights, those are LEDs, and then you guys can see their whole setup underneath. And yeah, the biggest thing with this package is it's mostly aesthetic, and well, it works. It looks really good. So coming around the side here, tire and wheel setup is 265, 70, 17 in the front, and in the rear it's just the normal 4Runner setup, but you've got these bronze wheels which look absolutely fantastic. And notice we have all the markings from the factory with the blue and the pink, and you guys can see that we actually have more of like a street tire setup with this. Still have independent front suspension just like all other 4Runners. Notice with the fender flare body painted, and then yes, it goes all along the side here with the accenting. And I feel like it's one of those things where you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I love it. I think, again, with this being black, it just absolutely works. And then you guys can see the little roof rails there at the top. So here's our key fob. It's the normal 4Runner key fob. Toyota logo there on the back. We have our unlock and our lock function, and yeah, pretty normal setup. But opening this up, you guys can see tons of storage space, and guess what? Isaac has some stuff back here so you guys can see just how practical this is. And you've got the cargo net here in the back. We've got an outlet here in the back as well. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I personally own a 4Runner, is because it's just so practical. Still have the good old strap to pull this down, and then you also have the handle to throw it all down, which is awesome. I definitely have some badge envy with this 4Runner. So again, with the bronze badge, that looks so cool here on the back. And then we have our 40th anniversary logo here down below. Got the receiver hitch here at the bottom, and then still have the normal 4Runner tail lights. And yeah, I seriously love how this thing looks. So popping inside, this is really cool. Look at the bronze stitching here on the padding there on the door panel, and then popping inside, you can see we've got the upgraded seats. Sorry about the kind of like fuzziness, I guess, of the video. It's just kind of dark. But anyways, again, you've got the bronze stitching there. And, you know, we got normal vents here, and then you guys can see with the USBs down below. And then, of course, got a good old cup holder armrest. Can never go without that. But yeah, that bronze stitching definitely just, I don't know, it just makes it feel a little bit more special. Now popping over to the front door panel, again, we've got the bronze stitching, as you can see. All the windows are automatic. Another thing I love about the 4Runner. Blind spot monitoring here with the mirrors. Pretty sure it's standard for 2022, or sorry, 2023 rather. Oops. Anyways, you guys can see, again, we've got the 40th logo here in the headrests. And then notice with all of the padding, you got that bronze stitching yet again. All of our power adjustments. And then, you know, normal 4Runner pedal layout, and then that's just turn on the outlet. You've got your mirror adjustments, and, well, let's pop in. Normally we close the door, but the lighting's pretty bad tonight, so keeping it open. So here's our steering wheel with the 40th anniversary. You guys can see nice padding there at the top and at the bottom. Then notice perforated here on the sides and get a slightly better grip. Still comes with all the normal stuff like your adaptive cruise control, your lane keep, assist, phone controls, voice command, volume controls as well. Controls for the center stack. Turn signal light stock, windshield wiper stock, you know, all the usual works. So here's the center gauge cluster, mostly analog, and then you guys can see, well, what Isaac's been averaging so far, 14.6. Gotta pump up those fuel economy numbers. Anyways, you got other stuff like your steering angle and, you know, just basic bits of information, but it's just a nice simplistic screen that you know is gonna last forever. That's the big thing. So here's the infotainment screen. First off, if we pop it into reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines. They don't turn at the steering wheel. It's beeping at me like crazy because the door's open. So now you know, if you put it in reverse with the door open, it's gonna beep at you like crazy. Now as for the rest of the infotainment system, so there are shortcut buttons on the side. I'll show those in a moment. Again, the lighting is making so you guys can see it. But with the screen itself, response time's actually really solid. So that's one of the things I love about this screen. And then I also love that you have these physical, let's see if I can get the camera to pick up the buttons. You have these physical shortcut buttons on either side. Trust me, they're there. Now down below we have our climate control section, and this actually has a single zone climate system. Then you guys can see the little USB port, and this has the little twisty dial for the 4-wheel drive system. So you do have, you know, 2-wheel drive that's in most of the time, unless you need 4-wheel drive. You got 4-wheel high and then you have 4-wheel low. And again, 4-wheel low, you have to put this into neutral, just like most 4x4 SUVs. Nothing crazy with the shifter. It's just the normal 4Runner shifter. Again, for the 5-speed automatic. I do like the gray trim all around here. I think that's pretty special. We do have heated seats, and we of course have the 4Runner window, and you can open and close, which is pretty nifty. And then you got the cup holder here, and then look at the center console again with that bronze colored stitching. That is really cool. And then same thing you have with every other 4Runner. Also, there's the clock there at the top, and then you guys can see the trim here, and then again another 40th anniversary logo. Normal mirror here, and then we do have a sunroof at the top. Now I'm definitely gonna have to turn up the brightness here, and we're actually gonna have to turn off these lights. So let's see if this will let you guys see what we need to see. So universal garage door openers, but the big thing here is we've got the 8-track system with this. We also have the hill descent control, and then we have stability control as well. So this does have quite a bit of off-road tech. Now in terms of pricing on the 40th anniversary, the base price starts at just over $46,000 before options. Now, just like most 4Runners, there's not really that many options you can actually add to it. And so yeah, let's kind of pick this up for a interesting test drive of sorts and just kind of sum things up. Well, I just realized that Isaac has some window tint on this 4Runner, and that reminds me that I need to get window tint on my 4Runner, probably. But, like I said, we're going to go on a test drive of sorts. We're basically just going to drive around the lot quickly. The reason that I'm even putting this driving portion in is I just want to quickly see if I can feel any differences from this compared to just a regular SR5 4Runner, basically. And I'm assuming not, and so I pretty much already know the driving dynamics of this, and I own a 4Runner currently, and so it's, you know, it's something that it's very close to home. Like, I understand how the vehicle drives. But anyways, I wanted to take this time to kind of talk about this 40th anniversary edition. So first off, absolutely love the looks. It also still has the regular halogen daytime running lights. That is interesting. So, but yeah, it's got the upgraded headlights, which is great. I love the looks of this interior and exterior. It definitely does. Like, here's the thing: is Toyota doesn't have to do all that much to make vehicles feel special, because, you know, they just do some, you know, accenting in colors, and it works. Like, it's so stupid. Like, the fact that this just has, you know, those little accent pieces on the outside and different color stitching shouldn't mean all that much, but like, it just, I don't know, it does. It makes this feel a lot cooler. So it's kind of funny how that stuff works. And then, you know, in terms of like volume with this, they're only going to be building 4,040 of these, which sounds like a lot, but you have to take into account the fact that Toyota builds like hundreds of thousands of 4Runners every year. So like, in terms of like overall 4Runner volume, pretty small amounts of volume. And yeah, it drives just like, so this again is, you know, pretty much like an upgraded SR5 from an appearance perspective. Still has like the 4Runner like floatiness and everything. But something that this is making me think of is the fact that I originally thought that 2023 was gonna be the last year for the 4Runner, because everyone's been thinking that they're gonna release the, you know, new body style for the 2024 model year. But now that I'm driving this, I don't think that's the case. you know, honestly assumed that, because I didn't read anything before I did this review, I assumed this was going to be built off of like the TRD Pro package. I don't know why. I thought that if they're going to do a special edition, they're going to do it on their highest up package. But this is being built off the SR5, and so I think that if Toyota's actually going to do a, you know, official send-off with the 4Runner, they're probably going to do a special edition with their most off-road oriented vehicle. I mean, look at the Land Cruiser. Before they got rid of it in the US market, they did the Heritage Edition. So we're probably going to see a Heritage Edition 4Runner, I'm guessing, built off the TRD Pro, where it's got all the off-road goodies, but then again, special edition. But anyways, this 40th anniversary, absolutely love it. If you're lucky enough to get one, because it looks like, again, just the little touches. I know it seems silly, and some people are going to say, oh, this is just an overpriced SR5. Hey, fair enough. This is pretty loaded up, and I mean, even though it doesn't have crazy aggressive off-road tires, it's still really cool looking. I guess that's the only thing I'd change about this, is I'd probably swap out the tires that this has for the tires that are on the TRD Pro, and then it would look like really aggressive, but that would also make it so it gets bad fuel economy on road. So it's catch-22. Let me know what you guys think about this 40th anniversary edition, and thanks to Isaac again. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this 40th anniversary edition. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to Isaac for giving me some time with his new vehicle. Like I said, I'll include a link to the Larry Schmiller Toyota and Murray's website in the description down below. Just ask for Isaac if you have any questions or need any help. I'll see all of you in the next video.